And very quickly after taking it over, they realised they needed some utilitarian huts in which to work and do code breaking.
My name is John Agar, and I'm a historian of science and technology. Turing was one of the first people to come to Bletchley Park, along with a wave of talented mathematicians. But in fact, the job of code breaking soon became something that involved many hundreds, even thousands of people. By the end of the Second World War, Bletchley Park had 8,995 people, all working in secret. This is a massive enterprise.
My name is Patricia Ward, and I was at Bletchley Park during the war, and I was a messenger there for a short time in the hut where the code will work. Absolutely everybody still sworn to secrecy. And people who had all those important jobs, the breaking the code, very often their families had no idea what they were doing.
Turing, like many of the civilian academics here, would live in digs out in the local community and used to cycle to work on his bike. Initially worked in the stable yard here in the regional stable buildings there, which was used as a research and development facility, and then went on to leave and Hut 8, working on the major nuclear codes.
Of course, there was a blackout everywhere. You couldn't have a torch, you couldn't show a light. And when one was on duty all night, maybe from 10 till 6, it was often quite worrying finding the right hut, and also worrying about where the lake was in case you went into the lake.
The problem in the early part of the war are the codes being used by the German Navy. It's the German U-boats that are sinking ships in the Atlantic. That's stopping supplies coming to Britain from the United States.
One of Turing's biggest achievements here probably was to move beyond just a simple breaking of codes, but actually to industrialise the process. Working with a chap called Gordon Welshman, they produced what's known as the bomb, which was an electromechanical machine that helped to industrialise the process and helped to speed up the process of finding the settings on the user machine on a daily basis.
My name is Tony. I'm the Departmental Historian, Government Communications Headquarters, GCHQ. Turing designed the bomb, but they were actually built by BTM, British Tabulating Machinery Company, Letchworth, which was nearby. Each bomb was a large case with 36 wheels. They generated a lot of heat and they made a lot of noise. The signals intelligence done at Bletchley Park during the war was a major force multiplier. It was the first time that large quantities of near real-time intelligence had become available to the British Armed Forces. And as they learned to use it, and as the exploitation of enemy crypt systems became wider, it gave a decisive edge to Allied commanders.
Jane Clark was a mathematician, and she was brought in to work on the code breaking. She would have worked alongside Alan Turing on the intellectual work of code breaking too. And it's clear that they formed a very close attachment. He proposed engagement to Jane Clark, and in fact they were engaged. He never got married. She knew that he was gay, and that was fine. We don't know quite what the relationship was, and people are falling off all kinds of different relationships for different reasons. The fact that it got as far as the engagement shows perhaps the depth of the friendship as the work with Bletchley Park moved in different directions, and certainly after the Second World War, when Alan goes to work on the ACE computer design in London, he went up to Manchester in 1948. Their lives are moving in very different directions, and certainly by then their engagement was over, but their friendship, as far as I know, continued.
Will we ever know the full story of Bletchley Park? Probably not. So many of the people who worked here have gone to their graves without ever telling the story.
I think that when we look at Turing's life from the GCHQ perspective, we can be very grateful that we had 6 years of his time and of his brilliance to be applied to the work that was being carried out by GCHQ then, and that's inspired the work that we've been carrying out ever since. It's only in 2012 that we've been able to release the last two of the mathematical papers that he wrote while working at Bletchley Park during the Second World War to the National Archives. The reason that it's taken so long is because of the continuing sensitivity. The work that we did was so relevant to the work we did today that it wouldn't have been safe to release this information beforehand.
The work that the code breaks was doing was absolutely vital to the war. It was absolutely wonderful. Short of the war by I don't know how many years. It was just wonderful work that they did.
The importance of Bletchley Park to the Second World War is unquestionable. It was crucial to survival of Britain and keep it to the West.